Hello everybody, sorry for the delay, but there was an escaped dog on my street and I didn't want, Pisa is still alive. There's a neighbor taking care of her and the neighbor is an elderly lady, so I'm much elderly than me actually, and she wouldn't have been able to be outside, so I just had to stay outside and guard Pisa to make sure that she doesn't meet the same fate as poor Milo did last year. I don't know if you remember. Anyway, so I'm going to show you a really nice way of getting some very nice looking, hi Sharon, very nice looking and delicate earrings using translucent clay interference powders, and you can find these both on my Amazon influencer store and in Polyclay Play. And you don't have to get the Pearlex necessarily. You can also get you'll see in my Amazon influencer store. And what I actually recommend to anybody, let me actually go there so I can show you. Okay, let's get on seeing the screen. So we go for the mica powders. And of course you have the Pearlexes, but what I normally recommend is to get the ghost ones. Let me get to them. These ones, don't go for the variety pack, because they have several variety packs, and you get, this one is unavailable right now, but you can get them from you can find them on Amazon under different names, and I'll make sure to add them after this. Oh, they don't have this one either. I'll make sure to search something and give you, because you get more for your buck buying these samplers than getting just this one is too much for $29. Usually the samplers from Black Diamond are just around $10 or $15, and you get anywhere from 5 to 10 different colors, but I'll have to get back on that. Otherwise, yeah, you can get the Pearlex ones, and in this one I'm going to use, let's see, this one, do they have the other ones? You don't have to buy the big ones, you can get the small ones. And as I said, if you get the Black Diamond, what you get is about half the amount that you get. Hi Elaine. About half the amount that you get in one of these, if not more. But these last for a long time. I've had these for over 10 years. And you can see they look almost completely unused. So, okay, I thought I turned this off. Apparently I didn't. So what we are going to do, and the other thing that, and I'll show you two variants that you can do. One is with stickers for nails that you can use, and I'll only do something like a little pendant, but with these you can have the earrings, because these come in pair, because obviously they will come for each of your fingernails. I did use some of these before. If you watch in my playlist. There is a playlist special for Halloween, and there are some earrings made with these specific ones, but you don't have to get these specific ones. Just search for Halloween stickers for fingernails or for nail art. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some translucent, and I've done this for you before, all kinds of effects that you can get with a translucent. Hi Mona. And then I'm going to go on a very thin, not super thin, but like if you get a 1 to 9, you go on like a 7. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it in half. And one half will go above and one will be below. That's good. I hope you had fun. Okay, and on one of them I'm going to put the interference red. I hope this is the red. Yes. And make sure you cover it completely. Of course, you can use a paintbrush, but you'll know if you cover it completely if you look at it from the side. And I'll show you here in a minute what I mean. Because if you look from above, you cannot see drats. That was nice. Cherish the moment, because you never know when you won't have any more occasions to do that. Okay, so this would be the red. And if you turn it on the side, you can see if you covered it completely, you see it's gonna have this nice satiny color. And then I'm going to get the gold. And do the same thing on it. And again, look from the side to make sure that I have it all. Nicely covered. And then you can go in 2 ways after this. But I mean, you can go with the chopping method. You know how I love that chopping method. You can go with that, or you can go with superimposing. Now, as a piece of advice, when it comes to the superimposing part, you will notice, and let me grab both of them, you will notice that the gold generally is a little bit stronger than the red. So actually I'm going to do both of those. So let's cut this in half. This will go for the chopping method, and this will go for the regular method. And at this point I need to put some, you can use some liquid clay. You can also use Bacon Bond if you so want, but I'm going to just use the liquid clay, because as you know, if you use powder on polymer clay, it will not stick anymore, and I used way too much. There we go. still a little bit too much. I don't want it to go all. And then we are going to grab the red and put it on top. And you don't want to put it in the machine because it's going to get your machine all gunked up with mica powder, and you don't want that to happen. Just simply roll. And if need be, you can add more red if you see that it's faded. And I'm actually going to add more. Just a pinch. Just a little bit. And then we are going to fan it. The only thing that you need to be careful is that the ends have to be going down. Fanning it, and then cut it in half, flatten on an angle. I mean, you can first flatten and then cut, actually. I don't know why I did cut first and then flattened. And then put it together like so. I know it doesn't look like much. Of course you can do it with regular mica, but it's prettier to do it like this. And then what you want to do is to cut it in half. And I'm going to grab one of my thin ones, my thin blades, because you want to cut it through the middle. Your beautiful effect will show in the middle the best. Well, it's not perfectly cut. You can get it thicker than this, but I'll just show you on the widest cut here, the thickest cut here. And you can create other shapes. You can make it to look like a little pumpkin by simply gathering these and then shaving the excess, but these will look like lines practically. And let's get this one here and put this back. Because I told you, if I don't put it back, then I look like crazy to what I did with it. And then the next one, I don't really need to do anything else but stack it. And you decide which of them you like the best. And of course it's going to, the effect will be much better once once you actually bake, because the translucent will become more translucent-y, right? And you don't want to chop it too finely, because you don't want to lose that those little mica effects. If they are too small, they won't be noticeable. I mean, you can just use glitter instead of that, instead of going through all this. So you want them to be still pretty chunky. All right, so make it into a nice rectangle, and you want it to be about the width of it. You want it to be have the size that your pendant or earring needs to be, and a little bit thicker than double the thickness that you want. And again, the prettiness will be in the middle. I know you cannot see much right now, but once I'm going to do all of this, you'll be able to see in close up, even if it's not baked. So get to the size that you want. I know I'm going to have to change my my light to a more daylight setting. So this is the second one, and then I'll gently get these stickers, which normally you're supposed to put in water. I'm not going to even bother with that. And you can use resin, or you can use a regular varnish. Normally you're supposed to put them in water, and actually I need to put them in water, and I forgot to grab water. Just a second, I'm sorry. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. What is up with cats and being in the way? I cannot understand. And they have this habit of, they get in the way, you tell them to move, and they decide to move exactly in the direction you're going to go in. This is okay, come on. I need to get a little bit more of this. Oops, sorry. Yeah, these are on white, but you can find some that are on translucent. So, better quality than what I have, but I've had these for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, so right now there are better kinds out there. And let me see. I'm gonna just get a round cutter. And of course, what's left, you can do another chop and mix. It's a very easy thing to do. I've been trying to get mostly easy stuff for the lives, so I wouldn't keep you forever. Okay. And then we are going to give it some resin. I really need to tell my doctor to give me some Provigil, because I'm telling you, I don't know how much longer I can stand this sleepiness, because I'm nearing almost 2 months. It's been 7 weeks and I still have, and since the dose increase, it's getting worse, and I cannot spend my life sleeping. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd rather have quality of life over quantity of life. And this is what pissed me off with my doctors during cancer treatment, because they kept trying to push on me all these things, and I kept telling them, I want quality of life, not quantity. Oh, you'll be fine. I think Seamus is getting ready to do something he's not supposed to. They are having a very unusual relationship right now. I don't know, I think I told you. Finnegan was very bonded to Connor, and Connor was treating him like a little brother. And you've seen their videos with Connor grooming him and taking care of him, but he was also put him in his place. And he doesn't have that bond with Seamus. And he's been trying to nudge Seamus to groom him. And Seamus, maybe he would give his head a lick or two and then moves away. So Finnegan is frustrated and he starts swatting him. And I don't want them to get in fights, obviously. Yeah, I guess I'm not the only one, because but you know, I cannot stop Ozempic because it's for diabetes. So I think that it wouldn't, I mean, considering that I already have a sleeping disorder in my file, it shouldn't be that hard, because Provigil is usually given for narcolepsy and for sleep disorders. So I know it's not because I don't have sleep apnea. I recorded myself sleeping. Yeah, and I do not have sleep apnea, and it's not just that I'm tired, you know, but I sleep in the first 2 days after the shot. I sleep about 16 hours out of 24, and in the rest of the days, anywhere between 12 and 14 hours. And it's not like I sleep because I'm tired. I just fall asleep, you know. The moment I get in a more comfortable position, you know, like sitting on a couch, not on the chair here, but like sitting on a couch, and I have to lay down from time to time, because remember, I'm in pain and my back hurts. The moment I lay down, I fall asleep. It's... Hold on, let me try and get this. I am glad that she fixed your meds. Might not get all the, as I said, you might not get all the effect, but because that only shows up after the things are baked. Oh, let me, oh, it's too close. Let me get a more daylight thing. You cannot see all of it, unfortunately. It's only some. Let me turn one off. Yeah, with just one it's better. So this would be, let me turn the other one off, and there we go. No, the other one was better. But in daylight it's way more noticeable. Actually, I think I need to go a little bit farther with the focus. Okay, so you can see the effects, and consider that they will be translucent, not transparent, but translucent. This one has lines. If you gather it and you get the pumpkin shape, it will be, you know, with rounded things. And this is the one with, hold on, turn them the other way, with a cut. So they will look very natural. And on top of this, another one that I'm going to make, hold on, give me, because I want to show you a very easy way to make a black cat. Why am I zoomed? Let's zoom. There we go. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so let me just grab this, and I'm going to give it actually a little bit more of a mica thing, but to show you how you can do a simple black cat silhouette. And you can do the eyes if you want to, but you don't have to. Just a little bit more powder. I just used the red, not another one. And if they don't stick, remember, put a little bit of liquid powder in it. If you use too much of it. Okay, I need a little bit of liquid clay. Not liquid powder, I said liquid powder, sorry. Liquid clay. Just a little bit, don't use too much because it's going to get gooey if you do. And you don't want it to get mixed in. You just want a nice chunk. And there we go. Now I'm going to flatten it. Cut it in half. Put the halves together and again do the flattening part. Okay, so how to make a cat silhouette. You're gonna need two sausages, one a little bit thicker, so you make first a bead, then you make it into a sausage, and you'll have to cut a thin slice. This is not thin. This is not round. I think I'd better put on my eyeglasses, huh? This is okay. So you place one of the sausages here, then you make a much thinner sausage, and again you cut a thin slice, but it has to be round, not flattened. You place it here. You can see it's very easy, and then make it a little bit even thinner. Cut it on the side, make sure it's fairly round. This one is actually too big. So let me make a tiny bead. Tiny bead. Flatten the tiny bead, cut in 4. And you should have 4 triangles. Guess I didn't cut in 4 very well. One triangle, the second triangle, A, and then we are going to grab one of these, flatten it as much as you can, cut a very thin strip, and there we go, we have a kitty. And your next thing to do is to burnish it. As usual, using a piece of wax paper, get it on top here. You want to burnish it from top to the bottom. That's why I said you have to cut it fairly thin. And I'm going to just cut it kind of rectangular so I don't lose the kitty. But this is, I should have cut them thinner than this, but oh well, I'm starting to hurt. So, but this is how you can get a little kitty shape. It does look like a kitty. I didn't cut them thin enough. But this is how you do it. You get one circle, a smaller circle, 2 triangles, and then the tail, and then you get this. So I hope you try this. You can try with non-interference powder. You can try with regular powder, but you won't get the same pretty effect. Let me get back to the... I can see a little bit better. But as I said, once it is baked, it's going to be more translucent, and you'll be able to see better the effects. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll try it. And there are many more beautiful effects with the interference powders, and hopefully I'll be able to do something for you soon, because I am so tired of this whole health issue. But it's not a lot I can do. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't. So thank you so much, and please don't forget, let me actually post the link to the Halloween playlist. Give me just a second. There we go. And there's also the one with the skull earrings. So there you go. This is the playlist link. And I'm sorry you missed it, but I think it takes about not even 5 minutes to watch for it to process and upload. Or I think it might upload right away, but not on high quality. Okay? Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and please don't forget to use my affiliate links, because that helps me get more clay to be able to do stuff for you. Thank you. Have a wonderful week. Bye.